Hey there, I just wanted to do a quick video to explain a little bit about the differences and similarities between the down payment on a mortgage and the deposits that you're going to be submitting on a home purchase. Because there has been a little bit of confusion of what the difference is. And generally speaking, the down payment is split up into different disbursements, which are your deposits. So here we go. This is the example I'm going to use here. On a home purchase of $500,000 where you're putting down 10%. So 10% of the $500,000 purchase is $50,000. So let's look at the mortgage side first. Your financing is going to be $450,000. That's how much you're going to be borrowing from the bank. Down payment is the $50,000, so which totals your $500,000, which is the offer that you're making to the seller who's selling their home, right? So this is your mortgage plus your down payment is going to equal your total purchase price to the seller. So that's pretty straightforward. Where people get confused a little bit is how that relates to deposits. The deposits, really what the point of the deposits is you want to display to the seller that you've got some skin in the game, you love their house, and you're contributing some money to the process to say, hey, we love the house and we're moving forward. Here's how we're going to show you that we're committed to the transaction. All right. So these numbers are all negotiable. So what I'm going to show you is just an example. This first deposit is called, your good faith, your escrow deposit. Usually comes with the offer itself or within a very short period of time after the offer has been submitted. Customarily, in a lot of areas, it's $1,000. Right? So with the offer, you'd be providing the image of a check for $1,000 towards the first deposit. Second deposit is going to come sometime after the attorney review process. So in this part of the country, attorneys review the contracts after they've been signed by both the buyer and seller. So when I say early in the transaction, deposit 1 and deposit 2 are usually submitted to the title company or attorney's trust account within, generally speaking, 3 to 10 days. It all depends on how you've got it negotiated with the seller. So it's important to understand that these are submitted by you during the transaction. You'd actually be writing checks for these amounts. You have to have these monies liquid and available for them to be deposited. Okay. Now, these do not go directly to the seller. Again, it's important to know that these are monies that go to a trust account. It's a third party. It can be either the title company, the buyer's attorney, seller's attorney, or however everybody has agreed that it's going to be. All right. That still leaves, so you got $15,000 here. So sometimes people are like, well, how much should I put up in these first two deposits? Again, there's no specific rule, but generally speaking, if you were to submit 3 to 5% of the total purchase price, that would make your offer look pretty good in most cases. So in this example of the $500,000, this would be a 3% total for the deposit 1 and deposit 2, so $15,000. So again, you'd be submitting $1,000 and then $14,000 within the first 5 to 10 days or so. But then you still have $35,000 remaining to make up the total of the $50,000 for the down payment on the mortgage. So that would be at the closing, the balance of that $50,000 would be the $35,000, which you would be bringing to the closing with a bunch of other monies for your other closing costs, because it's not going to, your total closing costs are not just the deposits and down payment. There's other costs. But that's a whole different video, so we're just going to stick to down payments and deposits. So this is what it is. $1,000, $14,000 plus $35,000 is the total of the $50,000. All right. So that's how the deposits and down payment for your mortgage relate to one another. So hopefully that explains everything. If you need any further clarification, or if you wanted to find out a little bit more about it and how it relates to an offer that you might be wanting to submit on a property, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to help in any way possible, and hope you have a great day.